Hey, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to another to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. This is yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best cast secrets on YouTube. Yeah, we did the underrated boxing talk number 58. Now this one is number 59. So hopefully there'll be some people, the panel be coming on, and we're gonna do some more boxing. We're gonna talk some more boxing today. All right, we probably most likely talk about the upcoming fight, the Barrios against Thurman. Almost slipped my mind. So we will talk about that a little bit. So what I'm doing, I'm going to start this up, and let me read this first. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. That's the real. Remember, we are still winners. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So, before I come back, on my way back, I'm gonna hit you with this intro. Um, mm, and that's it's going to be like that. So I'm hit you with this intro, and what's going on? Okay, and I'll be back. Hey, what's good? Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, real talk. This is yours truly, number one grinder. One of the best case secrets on YouTube. We got another boxing live to do for y'all today. This is number 59 of the underrated boxing talk. This is number 59. We did 58 yesterday, and while some people come through, um, I'm glad. I hope everybody's doing okay. A lot of crazy things out there. Shout out to She Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to Lady Love. Shout out to y'all and the rest of y'all that's doing lives today. Again, this is the underrated boxing talk number 59. Um, the fight coming up this week is the Barrios against Thurman. I don't know why Thurman should get a pass. I don't know why. Because he haven't fought in a long time. They should fight a tune-up. I guess Thurman feels this is cherry picking. But Barrios is still a dangerous fighter. So, and he's still young and everything. So, we'll see that this Thurman is going to pick up what he used to have. He haven't fought in a long time, so we should pay attention to it. All right, so and you know, I know that in boxing that we want to see best fights. We want to see those happening. But I would say that the fighter these days should take their own career. I think they should take matter in their own hands. I feel that they should promote their own career because some of these promoters they not all about for the fighter. They not. There are some promoters that used to be fighters. They want to protect their legacy. They don't want their fighter. To reap the benefits and more than them. So that's why they put up, give them these fights. Would you fight here, fight there? And then some of us think that these fights are good and stuff, especially them casual fights, not us as hardcore fans. And it just baffles me that we still have to accept this. You know, and when is the time that we're gonna really see good fights? Now that we have pretty good cards, last year, but with the Wilder and Fury fight, it was a pretty good, pretty great cards, But it ain't really no great undercards that it used to be, and so basically we should talk more about that. Lady Love, how you doing? If you want to come up, there goes a link right there. We talk about boxing. So you want to hit the link, you more than welcome to hit the link, please. You can. We can talk about boxing because I want to know who your favorite boxer is because I know you say you're a big boxing fan. So you could come up. Please come up and everything. So get back to Thurman and Barrios and all. Thurman is playing. He I, he to me is like he just want the headlines, and they will not surprise me if Barrios beat him, and they won't surprise me if Thurman beat him because he very good at his craft and everything. So, but it won't surprise me if Barrios beat okay. but people beat Thurman. He beat Thurman. Oh yeah, Thurman. He got to understand that he didn't fight for over 2 years. But nah, it's not about that. He laced up his gloves. He refused to keep himself busy, to keep his craft sharp, and he got beaten. So you know, I don't feel sorry for him. I really don't. Yeah. Okay. No problem, Bruce. Like I said, Lady Love, if you want to, the link is in the chat. Hit that. I want you to come up. So basically, you know, it's like, hey, I do that, and what people gonna think? Well, like I said before, yeah, come and talk. Come up, Lady Love. Yeah, he is a good fighter, but he has not fought in 2 years. So, and then he reaching father's time too. Father's time in boxing is like dinosaur years. It's like a countdown of an expiration date. It's not okay. No problem. So we have to understand that it will not surprise me. Even like Bruce, we was on yesterday on this channel. Shout out to the ones on the chat yesterday. Just like Byron, like what Gary Russell, he should have been got the operation on his shoulder, even years ago. And plus, he was out. You can come up, brother Sheet, if you want. Talk about boxing. You can come up if you want. And he had 23 months to get it done. So I'm just saying that I mean, he make excuses on the guy beat him. He was not ranked. We never really heard from him before, except what Bruce was saying that we heard from him once upon a time. That was like a few months ago, and yeah, I rest. Yeah, okay. Talk about him too, but these fighters is they're not hungry what they used to be. And we had to talk about it. These fighters that he used to be. And as for me, as me doing the boxing, I am not going to talk about everything that everybody else is. So, like I said, my sports platform will be coming soon, and it's going to be different stuff we're going to be doing. We're going to talk about basketball. We're going to talk about soccer. We're going. I did have a sports show on my other channel, the Underrated Dark. That did a long time ago. But when I come back with this one, this is going to be very different. It's going to be very different. We going to talk about women's sports too. And also, even women that know boxing right now, y'all can come up too. I do MMA too. You know, want women to come to the panel. And but get back to the boxing and everything. Is that what Brother Bruce is talking about? He absolutely right. It's all about the fighter. Sometimes we worrying about the things and how much money they made, or the promotion and stuff. Yeah, that's all right. But are you going to fight? Are we seeing these fighters fighting the best? And so for me, I don't. No. Sean Porter, that one lady love, that's his father. So that's that's another story. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't think he gave her. I think that was his father. Caught attitude and stuff. So you know, but that's why like also we did talk about this too, and shout out to Ricky Williams. Other people too. Sometimes it's not good in boxing that you had your father fight them because you know they want you to do it their way, but they don't. They feel to understand that when your son fights, your father, he changed, and what Sean Porter should have done, he should have left his father a long time ago. But he didn't quit. That was his father. Come on, Sean Porter been in the wars. Okay, so and he always fight. Look at the fight he fought against Errol Spence. He still fight. Errol Spence beat him. Don't get me wrong, but he's a warrior, And so Kenny Porter, that's what I'm saying. That sometimes the father, do not have the best interests in them because they want the spotlight to be on them. So it caused a conflict and everything that we me and Bruce and Clarence McLean and G for Jeff. We talk about that. So, matter of fact, he's supposed to come on in a few, hopefully, and it caused a conflict. So that's why it's not good. Even like in any sports that lady that the women's sports and men's sports like it's not good to have your parents because they sometimes they cannot deal with and it cause a conflict within the team too, especially if you play team sports. But in boxing, that's an individual sport, so that is a much more dynamic effect. So that's why it's very important that of any fighter, any boxer that hear my voice, if you have a father, yeah, he can take it far as he can and everything. But I would recommend you pick it, pick a trainer that gonna be in your interest, not theirs and everything. That's why. Oh, you don't watch lady sports? Why? Why you don't watch lady sports? Let me know. And yeah, I found out throughout the years that lady. I talked to a lot of ladies. They said they don't like lady sports. I said why? They said it's boring and crying all the time. That they want things their way, and so they don't want direction. That's what one of the ladies. She told me that. One of my friends. She told me that. But the thing about it, you will hear me more when I talk about boxing on my IG. Uh oh. Do I know who this is? Okay.
What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, all right, man. Thank you.
Man, I had I got out that gig early today, man. I be missing it, man, because of them hours at that job, bro. So it'd be hard
Got
to
you.
link up. I know you be sending them to me, man, but can't be on their mouthpiece and with talking this boxing talk, and I'm supposed to be at the gig. You know how it go.
Right. Yeah, I know how it is, man. You told me to send it to you, so we said whenever you can get on, you get on. So I, I kept on trying. You here? Thanks
Yeah.
for you. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate that. Don't let it be the last time either.
Oh no, never that, bro. Never that. Definitely when the schedules link up. You know what I mean? That's why I jumped in right now. I had some time.
Yeah.
So I said, let me talk to the brother. What's
I
going on with you, man? What you conversating about today?
Man, I'm gonna talk about that in a few minutes, but we're gonna go about the Barrios and Thurman fight this week. What?
Yeah, yeah. Well, technically, you know what I'm saying? We got another week, you know what I mean? Really, because this weekend, I think the big fight really gonna be Makabu and
Oh, right. I forgot.
Machunu and
Yeah,
Makabu.
right. We're kind of right. It's back to back. I keep on thinking it's this week. Okay, let's talk
Yeah.
about that too. Let's talk about this one. All right, what you think about
First time. Well, this I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning more about the African brothers in the fight game over there. Like I was on a
it?
live a couple weeks ago, about a week ago, and I was talking about how hard it is really to get tape on them dudes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you subject to whoever at a fight and post something. It's not like they get a lot of televised cards. So I
Mm-hmm.
was I was clowning. I was talking about the dark web, but I got a dude that I tap in with. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I put him on the map, Emmanuel Tagu. You feel me? Don't know wasn't
Mm.
nobody shouting this dude name before me. And he was one of them dudes that was hard to find tape on him. You could find a clip here, you could find a clip there, but you wouldn't know consistent fight tape where you can kind of really get a pinpoint on what his style is, what he good at, you know what I'm saying, things he might be able to work on, the shit we chop about. And it
Right.
was hard, you know what I'm saying? But brothers don't really understand that from over there for us. It's not like we not tapping into what they doing, bro. It's just hard. Like the guy Nikitaya, he came out of nowhere. Nobody know nothing about him.
Right.
The boy that Fort Stevenson. So it was like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all over there doing y'all thing, but we can't see y'all guys. You know what I'm saying? And then when y'all on IG, I ain't gonna lie, they put up a lot of training stuff on Instagram, but they be in there begging, bro. So it's kind of even hard to tap in with the work that they trying to build on with the game, as far as learning the game, sparring, all of that gym rat sort of stuff. As soon as you compliment them, they, oh man, can you send me some money? It's like, hold up, bro.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. It was this amateur right back like 2 years ago. I meant to talk about it, but I'm definitely gonna talk about it more. While we talk about it. He was hounding on me like for 2 months. Hey, when you gonna put me on? This when I first started. This is when I first on my other channel. This when I first started boxing a year and a half ago. My platform. He was hounding me for like 2 months. We put me on, get me on. I said, "But wait, where's the recipe at? I need to see some recipe." You know what I'm saying? We kept on hounding me. I had to cut him off, man. You was getting too much. You was blowing my Facebook up and everything. Like, nah, man. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah, so so for us as Eastern folks, as they would like to think, we Western rather, not Eastern, but whether Western Hemisphere folks, we don't got no appreciation for the game going on over there. And but yo, when we get that sort of interaction, we can't progress towards the knowledge of what's going on in the motherland. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of respect for it, but
Mm-hmm.
bro, y'all, it's not really a back and forth thing. Whereas though y'all tapping in, because I reached out to Tagu. I
Mm-hmm.
reached out to him when I first was shouting his name. They was like, "Who is this
Mm-hmm.
dude at 135? Who is Emmanuel Tagu and whoopty whoop this, whoopty whoop that?" But I had already did my homework, so I had answers for all them questions from basically G5, VP Shane, and other
Right.
cats that be in our chat. I'm dropping gems like your boy ain't lost since he was 15 years old. Lost his first fight and been on a 15-year winning streak, been consistently either at 130 or 135
Mm-hmm.
throughout most of his career. Later on, he 135. In latest news, he was out there working with the boy Cambosis for the original setup of the first fight of him and Teofimo Lopez fight. He was in the camp with him. So, you know what I mean? That was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, he's starting to get a look. I've been buzzing this dude name. You know what I'm saying? So now he's getting a look. I reach out to him. I don't get no reply. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? He fucking with me.
no.
Bro, so you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like
Wow.
you trying to reach
See.
out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't getting
Mm-hmm.
mad. I ain't throwing no cat towards him or nothing like that. But I kind of reach out to let the folks get a little bit more exposure to what's going on. Like if you need an interpreter or something, let me know that. Like, yo, Brody, I can't really converse with y'all that well, or get
Right.
somebody that you're around somebody speak English, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's the dominant language on the planet is English. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure you guys are equipped to a certain extent. You ain't signing no contract in African. That shit is in English, bro. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like rock with us, bro. We rocking with y'all. So and when Jeff put up the clip, you know what I'm saying, of us trying to, we was talking about we ain't gonna lie, man. The boy Shakur, he made that shit go viral. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
because
Yeah.
one of the
Right.
dudes that tapped in, Toshi, he was like, oh man, he didn't look good, whoopty whoop. And Shakur tapped in was like, yo, I won every round. But in
Right.
that process of the clip, I was talking about how hard it is to find tape of the dudes. And I was like, yo, I'll be on the dark web. I'm just clowning though. So African boy hitting us back in the chat on Twitter, he all like, oh, y'all throwing cat, whoopty whoop, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, it wasn't really cat, bro. I'm just clowning because it's hard to find tape on you dudes.
It
You know what I'm saying?
is. That's my problem too. I trying to I'm trying to reach out because you know what I'm saying. You know me. I'm with our people. You know what I mean. No matter
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah,
is,
for sure.
I'm
Yeah,
with it. You know, global. It don't make
yeah.
a difference. But you got to give me like you got to give me some leeway too, bro. You got to give me
That's what I'm
something.
saying. Yeah,
And they
you
want to
work
get
with me.
that's what I didn't want to like really pursue it really no more. I mean, for now because I ain't get no leeway. Like, oh, you got give me something.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't pressed the bull since I hit him the first time. If I reach out to a fighter on some media type of thing, because if y'all don't know me in my man chat right now, I'm writing. I'm man. We got the fantasy league cracking on G5 Jeff TV. My own channel moving, bro. Like I've been at like 200 for like 2 years, bro. In this last year, bro, my shit cooking, bro. So you know what I'm saying? My channel is on a move to really start getting recognized. And it's because my knowledge of the game is expanding. You know what I'm saying? I'm more getting outside knowledge of I know the inside of the ring shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? From just being a street nigga and fighting. And I was in Joe's gym back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I spent a couple summers, so I know what it is to tape up, get them gloves and all of that. I've been down that route myself. But my just general knowledge of contract this and management that, like I'm expanding that, bro. So my game is expanding and I'm sharing that with the folks, you know what I'm saying? Because the screenshot of me right now, that's the latest article. I dropped that about the Showtime card, you know what I'm saying? That's a good read
Mm.
right there. So tap into that on G5JeffTV.com, you dig? So my writing
Yeah.
is expanding, bro. And like Jeff tell you, what hood nigga you know on Google News? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Right.
your
Right.
boy. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the love of the game is there, bro. But the fighters got to give it back. So on the flip side, the fighters do. Because my first interview, bro, like I said, I had about 100 subscribers. I got Toriano
Mm-hmm.
Johnson to tap in with me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning how the process of what this media stuff is. I don't know nothing about this tech shit. I had to have Jeff hook all that shit up to do the WhatsApp app and this, that, and the third. So when we dealing with fighters that may not be our mainland cats, we reaching
Mm-hmm.
out, bro, for a reason, bro. We not just reaching. I didn't reach out just for my own pub. I reached out to let folks know this dude can bang, bro. He a nice
Right.
dude at 160. He took a bad shot against the boy Jaime Munguia. Big shout out to Jaime Munguia. But to keep it thorough, Jaime was losing that fight before that uppercut. And that's
Mm-hmm.
credit to my man Toriano Johnson. And I recognize that. So I want to reach out and talk to the man about it. You feel me? Just last interview I just got. This is my second one. Abel Ramos tapped in with me. You feel me? He from my neck of the
Okay.
woods. He out there in Casa Grande. I'm over here in the valley. You feel me? I'm in Phoenix, so it's all little valley thing. So he was like, "Yo, I read nothing." That's the and I showed him the respect. I didn't hit this man with no ignorant ass questions. You know that
Mm-hmm.
sort of I'm gonna create some TMZ sort of buzz type thing. Nah, bro, we sat down and had a good chop, bro. I caught him in the middle of his camp. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you sometime." That's what I'm talking about. I'm not no dude that's gonna be out here begging these fighters to you know what I mean, to sit down and talk with me, bro. I'm helping you if you helping me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like the more people that get to see the personal side of you and not that no cap to anybody else that do their thing, that hallway shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't
Yeah.
gonna you and you catch me in the hallway, put these cameras in my face and all that.
Yeah.
That's not no, that ain't real talk. You know what I mean? Sit
No.
down, man, relax, be at the table. You know what I mean? Yes,
Yeah.
like my man, he just came from running. He was like, yo, as soon as I get this, you know what I'm saying, relax. He reached out to me. He was like, yo, you ready? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want to bother you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready, man. I'm gonna sit down and have this conversation. And that's
Yeah.
exactly how it goes. So that's the love of boxing that's really out there. That other
Mm-hmm.
shit with them, the African dudes was doing, like you went through it, I went through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, we trying to really expand on the game. We trying to give people their credit for loving the sport the way we do. That's all it
Yeah.
is. That's all we want to
Yeah.
talk about.
Exactly. But you know what? What I want to do, and I want you to get in touch with J5 and Shane. I would like to do a chop up with three of y'all at one time. How y'all create how y'all create the show. Cause I want people to understand what it takes and everything. And y'all be my special guest. Then all it's a chop up. It's not an interview. So that means that also you can ask questions about me about boxing and stuff. But you know,
Got you. Got you. Yeah, I'll try to definitely link that up. But you know, with Shane being over there in London, you know, our hours is mad different. So we definitely have to get that timing down right
yeah,
to
yeah, exactly.
crew on with you for sure. So yeah, that's
Yes.
definitely something we can do in the future, man. But shit, man, we can definitely talk about this card that's coming up. Now,
Let's
me,
go.
I ain't gonna
Let's
lie, bro.
go.
I was gonna do a little bit more homework on Makabu. Well, I know
Right.
Makabu a little bit more from the Canelo situation, so they had clips
Yeah.
out of him and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But the
Yeah.
boy Machunu, I need to do some homework on that. But we got our man L Dub, you know, we call him the plug because he know what the know
Right.
is about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
boxing.
yeah. Right,
So
right. Yeah.
the plug say, yo, they had a close one the first time. So I'm like, oh, okay, I definitely gotta do my
Mm.
homework. Cause I'm, you know, I bet boxing too. So I'm like, yo, I want to lay something. It's the only big fight this weekend. Let me try to make a couple dollars off of it. And I was just gonna roll with Makabu, just us favorite. He the champ, you know what I mean? But the boy L Dub say don't lay your money down too fast. So the rest of this week, like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I was finna definitely be surfing the web and trying to do the best I can to get my homework up on Makabu. But like I said, it's still hard because you don't have them clips everywhere, you know what I mean? And then
Mhm.
depending on when you're doing your homework, like most of the time, if you at a gig like I got, you could browse Google or something like that, read some articles real quick, whoopty whoop.
Mhm. Yeah.
I can get away with that. I can't be like on YouTube trying to look up videos and fight clips and all
There's
that.
some
You
that's
know?
what sometimes I know some fighters I go I Google and I say, oh okay, that's when I because I don't like on right here, man. I want to be different. I can't talk about everything that people talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I do, bro. If
Yeah,
you
do
look
that.
me up on my channel, bro, I hit boxing from different angles, bro. I don't always roll with the mainstream card, like you know what I'm
No,
saying, like
not me
oh
either, bro. Mm-mm.
everybody was on Gary Russell. You know, that's the big fight, whoopty whoop. But I'm like, yo, it's some fights on this undercard that you can't be slipped on. So You got to pay a little bit more attention to the whole entire card and don't be a mainstreamer and, a coattailer of other channels and, oh, well, they talking about Gary Russell. So let me go through my 2 cents on Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? To me, the biggest part of that fight to me was the judges, bro. Nobody but me gave them judges credit. I didn't.
Yeah.
Now you feel me? Like, look, if the
Yeah.
judges wanted to do you bad, bro, it could have been a five round difference, but it wasn't. So they appreciated the boxing that you were able to do with the injured arm. Obviously, they seen you was injured, but at the same time, they were still respecting what you was doing because you wasn't down 5 rounds and you needed a knockout and couldn't get a knockout with one arm type of situation. This boxing was appreciated by them judges, and if you read my article, I gave them credit for that, which we don't do. We get on their helmet about these lopsided ass cards and all of that type of shit. But when they actually recognize in real boxing, a solid match, Russell could have quit. Kudos to Russell for not quitting. And you actually boxed pretty well for a dude that had one fucking arm. That's not to say Mark Maxwell didn't do a good job on his own part. He just couldn't do as well as he wanted to because Gary actually got some fucking skills.
Right, exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Mark did get the victory. Obviously, he had better output. He had some hard shots in there, you know what I'm saying, when he caught Russell when he was tired. So you recognizing the work he did by giving him the victory. So to me, the judges should have got more shine for the way they judged that fight than either fighter got clapped back for the performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you judge what's in front of you and you give credit to where it's due, or you take credit away. And to me, they took credit away from Mark Maxwell by not giving him that runaway sort of victory. You feel me?
I agree on that because you know why? Because I was watching. I said, why the judges keep on saying like Russell all the time? I'm like, you see what he was doing and everything?
That's what I said. I was as soon as the fight was over, everybody be on the tube and everybody be on Twitter and everybody was talking Russell, Russell, Russell. I'm like, okay, either y'all they was mad at Russell for the injury and or whatever their reasons was. My thing was, you're not recognizing that the fight still happened and the fight was judged properly. That was the biggest thing of that night to me. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other fight, that Adeniran fight, bro, I'm not gonna lie. They should have stopped that fight, bro. They should have stopped that fight in like the 8th.
That's what I was thinking.
Bro, the shot that he caught, that the left hand that he eventually in the first fight that he caught Matisse's with, he was throwing that left hand with reckless abandon. It wasn't doing no damage. So when you as a trainer, you got to recognize your dude is not hurting this guy. You know what I mean? Because the last time you caught the guy out of shape. And the dude manages and the dude training them, they was like, yeah, the boy was out of shape. He wasn't ready for the second half of that fight. He got caught slipping and he lost the match. You know what I'm saying? But he showed in this match that he was the better man even on that night because of the way he beat this dude. Because the dude had the same fight plan that he did to win that first fight. But obviously it didn't work when you were up against the 100% or the 95% Seabriel Matisse. You know what I'm saying? Because he a monster, bro. He a monster. He a monster. Now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't do a lot of the race shit with, boxing because I try to just keep everything, on a level platform. But I'm a brother, I keep it solid all the way around and I'm in here with my focus.
No, that's what it is. We keep it solid. The truth is the truth on this piece.
Yeah, now listen to me. I think this boy is not going to get the shine he should because maybe he's not the right complexion for a Puerto Rican. Just my thoughts. I don't know. Because if you look at Puerto Rican fighters, they get their platforms on Top Rank and things like that. Yeah. Maybe not per se PBC because it's more of a Mexican Latin and the South American Latin type of fighters that they have more on PBC. They're not really known for per se just going after Puerto Rican cats like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. To each his own. Top Rank probably got that locked down. But if you notice, they don't really have a lot of the darker Puerto Ricans on their card. They got one.
No. I was eating some ribs today, and I don't see that color.
I'm just saying, I don't know if
No,
that's
no,
gonna
no.
hurt
I'm
him
with you.
towards.
I don't see that color either. So let me introduce your partners in crime, G,
Oh shit!
the one and only. Introduce yourself, please, bro.
Hey man, G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru, in the building.
What's going on, G? What's happening with you? Let me go on mute, man. I got
Blood, what's up?
some
All
shit
right.
going on over in back of me.
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah. I got the two best ones in the game, y'all. Who could say that? Who could say
Hey,
I got two best ones in the game? Who could
no,
say that? Who could say that?
number one Grinda in the building. What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm glad that you blessed me on here and everything. I really appreciate that. Blah, he
Yeah,
came. I'm like, wow.
yeah, it's all love. You already know.
Exactly. Yeah, when we was talking about the fights on this week is coming up and everything, and on the card. So, what's your feeling on that, bro?
Just on the fights that just passed.
No, this week coming up. We did talk about. Matter of fact, let's start on Russell. What you think about Gary Russell in that fight?
Um, so I'm so topsy turvy with Gary, man. Like, um, so many people are so tired of the inactivity. I think people don't realize what he actually did in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually thought Gary won 7-5, me personally.
Mm.
I thought he won the fight. Um, I think because he was limited to one hand, I feel like the rounds that Mixio was getting was
Get
just
up off my
strictly
heels.
because
Okay.
like it was just strictly because like he was just working with two hands. But
Mm.
he was missing a lot.
Yeah.
He was missing a lot. I can make the claim that Gary Russell was more effective with one hand than Mixio was with two.
Now, Jeff, I'd have to argue with that. I think you can make the claim that I would make a different claim than that. I would make that the all around boxing skills that Russell had was the what kept him in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, if he would have had both hands, yeah, it might have been a whitewash. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he only had the one hand, and then he could rely on his footwork, he could rely on the speed, like trying to land first and beating them to the punch, that sort of scenario. He could rely on that because of his higher level of natural skills. So I think the refs gave him credit for that. And I think Mark Mixio won it because he just had more output and he was making the fight. It wasn't like Russ
Well,
was coming after him with that one arm.
well, how many people do you know is going to come after somebody with one arm? I mean, you got to be really strategic with one arm. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I get
Like,
you. I get you.
he's still
But that's what I'm saying. You still got to judge that. Like, you know what I mean? You still got to be like, yo, he's the one making the fight. He's pressing the action. So I think we
I,
had to, you know what I'm saying?
I think with Mixio, if you like vlog, we say this all the time. Like, if I ask you to make a highlight reel of Mixio's landed shots, it wouldn't last more than 15 seconds.
Oh no doubt about
You know
that.
what I'm
Because
saying? Like,
you
so he
had
wasn't
about
really
four
landing
rounds
nothing.
where they weren't
He
far
wasn't
apart.
landing nothing.
Yeah, it was about 4 rounds where they weren't far apart. I say at least three.
Yeah.
McSile had 8, Russ had 5. You know what I'm saying? Like that sort of scenario. So yeah, you right on the level of. I mean, yeah, you're right. He didn't do very well for somebody that had two hands, but his footwork is not the same level. His reaction is not at the same level. Like he wasn't even setting his shit up. Like he wasn't even feinting. He wasn't doing nothing that adds to your boxing game,
Oh,
elevates you.
you talking about Russell?
No, I'm talking about Mixaya. He wasn't
Yo, he
even.
is
You know what
trash.
I'm
He
saying?
is trash truck juice, bro. He is
He,
trash truck juice. Whoever he fights next, he's losing. He is trash, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He is trash
no.
truck juice, like for sure.
Yeah. You mean he? I mean
Oh
he.
no, bro. That's a bit hard, bro. That's a bit hard, bro.
Why not? Why not though?
Hey, Vlog, don't be
Come on,
nice
Bob.
because we
Come
on
on,
the
Bob. Come
Grinders
on,
channel,
Bob.
man. You know he trash truck
Nah,
juice, bro.
nah,
Come
bro.
on,
I'm
man.
just saying. I wouldn't say he trash truck juice. I think he's the
Slushy,
type of
what you
dude
want to
that
go with?
hold up. Let me say this. He might be that type of dude that needs that confrontation because he wasn't getting it. He missed shots in those shots that were landing. If somebody had just hit him, and then he's able to return shots. I think that back and forth confrontation is what he lacked in this fight, so that didn't help to make him look good. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't
I
the mano a mano style.
a vlog. If you a top 5, top 10 fighter, man, and you can't beat a dude with one arm, man, I got a problem with you.
But he did beat the dude with one arm, Jeff. He did beat him.
I know what the judges said. My eyes told me something different.
Wow.
Technically you right though. Technically you right.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, your blog, that's a good point because I had to see the fight twice, and I was looking like, I was like, oh, come on. Now, all jokes aside, I never figured I was drinking I was drinking homemade pina colada, and every time I drink it, I was almost choked. I say, come on, you missed that. Come on, you're a fighter now. Come on. You know he fight. Come on, they got so frustrated. I stopped drinking it. I said, man, I can't do
it. Can we be honest though? Let's be honest. I'm now we on Grinder show. Y'all keep it 100 right here. Mm-hmm. Your boy shouldn't have been in the corner. Freddie shouldn't have been in the corner. Freddie was not giving this motherfucker no directions. Freddie wasn't telling this motherfucker absolutely nothing to instruct him to do better than what he was doing.
That's what they always do, though.
Right.
No, bro. Not that, bro. I'm talking about where he at with his physicalness and everything he going through, bro. I think you're more of a detriment to your fighters than your name is to help make your fighters more recognizable. You can still have your name.
He been like that for years, though. He been like that for years, though.
No, he ain't been bad in the bro. I've watched him in other fights, bro. He's not been this bad on the communication level, bro. And it's a world title fight.
What fight has he been good in?
He's been better some years back, is what I'm saying. It's a deterioration.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying a few years back, yeah, but like over the past maybe like 3 years or so.
But he ain't been in no big fights either. He hasn't really been in a big fight with somebody in the past 3 years. I think this was the biggest fight that I've seen him in the corner in.
Yeah, I'm just saying, what's new? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But do y'all not? Now that's what I'm at. I'm kind of by stating that I'm asking a question at the same time. Was it the fact of the lack of voice in the corner, instruction in the corner? Was that something that held McSale back from making the proper moves inside the fight?
G5? Oh, you stuck. You might have to go back, come back, and nah, you know.
Yeah, that happens. But shit, no, talk to me, Grinda. What you thinking?
I'm just thinking that there ain't nothing really changed for me, and I get what you're saying. It's just that what's the usual? You know what I mean? That's the way I feel. You know,
I get you. I get you. Yeah, I mean, when you got a fighter like McSale, you definitely have to have. He don't have that name, so obviously, but your trainer got that name. He's the one that's going to be recognizable in the corner.
Right, and I'm glad that you talk about, because before you came on, that's what I was talking about. Like there are some trainers that wants to be more than a fighter. Just like when Showtime when he fought last time, it wasn't really Showtime. He didn't want to quit. It was the father, because he want the spotlight. Oh, you ain't gonna do this and that. And that's what I'm saying, that sometimes it's not good that fathers be part of the camp, because they want the spotlight. You know what I mean? It's like, especially like if they was fighters as before, I can get my spotlight then, instead of like, I would recommend that you get somebody. I tell any fighter, I think that you should get somebody that's going to work with you, that's going to be hard on you, but at the same time have the best of your interests. You know what I'm saying? Now it's not about me and stuff like that. Like you.
So you like that? So you agree with Haney's dad with Bill stepping back? You like that move?
Because his father was like, want the spotlight. To me, he's just like, he just want to be there. You know what I'm saying? You can hinder a fight. I give you one trainer that they never get credit to deserve is Buddy McGirt.
I mean, I mean, Bud ain't had no superstar really either, bro.
Yeah, that's
Bud,
true. That's my point. My point. Right. You're
that's
right.
yeah. I think that's why he don't get the credit because he hasn't had the superstar. He's been and guided some good fighters, but
Hmm.
more B level fighters, I would think. You know what I'm saying? Like he really need that guy. He needs
Hmm.
a young stud, a Keyshawn Davis type to be
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm under this tutelage, and I think
Yeah.
then down the line he might get that more credit. But I mean, when you're kind of a hired gun like Buddy seems to be, that's kind of what you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to build from the ground up if you're
Hmm.
kind of hiring yourself out the way he
Yeah.
seems to do to
Yeah,
me.
but see, what I'm saying is this: that what I like about McGurk, and you're right about that. But what I'm saying, what I like about McGurk, he never said that it's about him; it's about the fighter. And
Oh
that's
yeah,
a
I get you. I
and
get
that, and
you.
that and that and that's the part that I respect about it. I wish more trainers would follow that. And plus, he was a fighter. You hear what I'm saying? So he knew. But you right though about Buddy McGirt when if he get some high level fighters, man, he bring the championship. Then this one you could move him up there. But like I understand. Yeah, you absolutely right about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but shit, bro, I'm gonna get back in this house and shit, man. Got the wifey
Thank you.
yelling at me and shit. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad.
Right, no, right. I'm on your side. We don't want nothing happen to him because we want him to come back.
You know how it is. I have been in here about an hour and a half, and I ain't really chopped with her. And she, and
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
you go back on that boxing, and man, and you know what it is with me. It's boxing every day. You know what I mean? I stay in
Right,
these boxing
exactly.
streets.
That's right, exactly.
I
You know what
stay
I'm
in these, but
saying?
it was good to chop with you though, Brody,
Thank
man.
you,
And I'm gonna try to
thank you.
definitely
Appreciate it.
link up with you as soon as possible, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Tell the family say hi for me.
All right, bro. I'm gonna talk to you soon.
Definitely, yo. That's boxing vlog. First vlog in the building. You
Appreciate you,
know,
famo. Gone.
always, as always. Thank you. Yeah, so that's boxing first vlog, and you gonna hear him more and everything. But he's with G5 Jeff. They do their podcast. I think they do their podcast by a few minutes. I don't know that he gonna come back on because he gotta G5. He gotta get ready for his live and everything. But I said this oh there he is. Okay, he back. Okay, there you go. All right, he back.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, what you were saying about Russell? Sorry.
Um, yeah, Russell. First of all, he should have just not fought.
Yeah.
Like, cause he knew about the injury in enough time for them to be able to cancel the main event and just
Hmm.
and Al always has backups to the backups. So the fact that he went into the fight like that is completely up. That was on him at the end of the day,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
he hurt his shoulder like 3 weeks before the fight. So that was
Yes.
more than enough time for him to actually pull out of the fight. Now he would have caught it regardless, right? He would have caught it regardless. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'd rather err on the side of caution than to go in there trying to prove that you're a warrior with a shoulder injury, especially with a speed guy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, and I think that in these days, if he would have said I cannot fight, I get my shoulder done, like you were saying before, on the thing on my boxing alive, it would, what I'm saying, I couldn't get mad at that. It's
right,
not like you was fighting like for 23 months anyway. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Get
right.
the shoulder done and get it done. And so when I believe if his shoulder would have been done, we won't have, we ain't this we ain't gonna have to talk about it. It's like,
Right.
all right, Gary, you gonna fight more or not? That's the conversation we should have right now. All right, Gary, you beat this guy. Are we gonna see more of you now? You 23 months, all right?
Yeah, he's in a real bad spot right now.
Yeah, he is.
Like
Yeah.
he's in a really, really bad spot. And this is why I always say, when you have a guarantee that high, one thing goes wrong and it could be, it could be trouble. So I mean you gotta think about it. So he's coming off of a loss. Now he's injured. So he's probably gonna have to get surgery. He's going to have to recover from that, then going to have to get back in line with Al, just to get back into the ring. And who's gonna want to pay him 1.1 after losing and coming off of an injury?
Right, and also go more on your point too. There ain't no guarantee that he's gonna give him a rematch.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he wouldn't even be in line for a rematch because any rematches that a titleist would get if they
Oh,
lose is an
right, you're right,
immediate
right.
rematch.
Yeah,
So he
yeah, you're
has,
right,
so he has to fight. So Mexayal has to fight Ray Vargas. He has to fight Ray
right.
Vargas as a
That's right, right.
mandatory, and
Mandatory, right.
yeah, mandatory. And then they got to revisit the Gary Russell situation, which tells me that they didn't have a rematch clause in the contract to begin with. So he's in a tough spot, man. I really question whether he. I mean, I think he's gonna fight again, but I mean, I think that was his last, possibly his last fight of any type of like importance. Because think of Grinda, think about it. He's had what 4 fights in 5 years, and he was the champion. What opportunities he's gonna get coming off an injury, and he's not the champion? You know what I'm
Way
saying?
back. I mean, it's like,
You know
yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
right. Yeah, it's right. Because then what's so dangerous about it, it came to my mind too. He come back, yeah, he probably get back on off his cliche, but you think about it, is he gonna be like a top 10 contender though? Especially he up in age though too. We never really talk about we gotta talk about it. When you hit your 30s and your mid 30s, that's father's time. That's dinosaur years. You know what I'm saying?
especially especially with him because
Right,
he's been doing this since I mean since he was a kid. So
right.
you can add a few more years on to it, and that's not even including the work that he do with his brothers and things like that. So this is
Mhm.
he's 33 right now. If you look at his track record, and this is not me throwing shade at Gary Russell.
No,
Gary
not
Russell's
at
one of
all,
my
not at
favorite
all.
fighters. He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite fighters, man, and it just it disappoints me that I haven't got a chance to see him more in the ring. But he's 33 right now. Let's just say he gets surgery on his shoulder. That definitely takes him into next year. So
Mhm.
then he's not going to go right into a title fight with McSayal coming off of a shoulder surgery. So
Mhm.
he's going to have to fight one fight just to test the shoulder out, just to make sure everything's good. So that's a tune-up fight. Boom. So that's what next year. That's 2023. So his projected activity puts him fighting once every year, every not even every year, once every like maybe 16 to 18 months. So if he takes a tune-up fight off of the shoulder injury, we could literally not see him in a significant fight until 2024, and he'll be 35, going on
Or
36.
or if you want to take extra safety precaution, maybe early 2025.
And that's on the and that's on the high end. Like I mean, that's
Right.
you could literally it could literally be he may be 35, 36 before he actually sees a significant fight again. And again, I'm not throwing no shade at him. I'm just going off of past projections and whether he needs surgery on his shoulder. If he needs surgery on I mean, I can find out if he needs surgery on his shoulder, like probably about a night, to be honest with you, and I can hit your line. But if he
Right.
needs surgery on it, I mean, that's shoulder surgeries is hard to come back from as a young guy. Like, I mean, Devin Haney had surgery
Hmm.
on his shoulder, and his power is not
Hmm.
nearly the same. Like, he's not getting torque on his punches like he was before. You know what I'm saying? So that's a tough role for Gary, man. That's a tough role for him. But he put himself in that position because he wanted to, he wanted to look like a warrior. I'm like, sometimes you got to make the smart decisions. You know what I'm saying? He'd have got bashed in the media, but he'd have still had his belt. He'd have still had his position. He still would have
Yeah.
had,
Yeah.
everything going for him.
That's true. Let me read these questions. KOT Koto. Let me read this. I don't believe any of these rumors till I see them in the ring boxing. Is effed up, man. Let's let. Can you take that word? I gotta delete that because I cannot have that word in there. I can't have that word in there, so I don't have to delete that. But I know what you mean. Guaranteed money in his contract. Mercesio probably gonna go for the big money fight and try to unify. I hope he fights Navate, but Navate will win easily, I think.
Um, what does he doesn't believe the rumors as far as what Gary?
I guess so, yes.
KOTR, I can this is probably I've never seen you before.
I
But
never
I
seen it for
can
you though.
yeah, I can KOTR, I will put my personal checkup on it. He was hurt 3 weeks before the fight. I know that personally. Like there's some people that have insight on what goes on the inside of the boxing. I'm one of those guys. So I will put my personal checkup on it. That man was injured a couple weeks
Mhm.
before the fight. I guarantee that. Um,
He said he's not talking about Gary. I'm sorry. He said I don't believe Charo versus Bud rumors.
um, Nah, ain't no real truth to that. I can speak on that too. Um, so the backup plan would have been a Charlo if he would have won the first fight against Castano. So if you think about it, um if Earl Spence doesn't, step up to the plate, do what he gotta do, and they make that fight, then Bud has a choice because you gotta remember Bud is like 33. 34.
Mhm.
So he's on the other side of 30 as well. So he's trying to get significant fights right now. So if you look at the landscape, he's not gonna fight a Boots. He's uh not gonna fight like a Broner or anybody like that. It's like what's the next biggest fight outside of Spence? And that's a Charlo fight for unification. But the bottom line is he still gotta go through Al to get it. So I'm looking more so when is Bud gonna sign with Al? That's what I'm looking at. Once he does that, then everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. But Al, anybody that know Al Heyman knows that he's not. He's gonna show. Um, he's gonna show preference to the guys that he's actually signed to.
Mhm.
Not guys that has an affiliation, but he's not they don't have actual contracts with. Like he has a pecking order in terms of who he takes care of, and he takes care of his signed guys first versus his guys that just has a quote unquote like affiliation. So at KOTR, I think you need to look out more for when is Bud gonna sign with Al. If he signs, the sooner he signs with Al, the more opportunities are, and people don't have to talk about this this whole purse splits and all this other nonsense. Like you ain't got to hear none of that. Like Al big fights has nothing to do with purse splits. It's guaranteed money. So that's the thing to look out for, bro. Like everything is just gonna be rumors until Bud signs with Al, and that's
So,
just the bottom
but
line of
that,
it.
but you know what? I want to ask you this question. I'm glad you bring it up. Do you think Bud is going to sign with PBC? Do you think
I think he has to.
he has to? There's still that means that's the only opportunity he's going to get more fights.
Right. So if you think about it, everything in one everything from 147 to 154 is Al.
Yeah,
Everybody.
everybody, right?
So of course, obviously, he's not going to re-sign with Top Rank. So the only other two people that he could sign with is either Golden Boy, which they have absolutely nothing to offer, and Eddie Hearn, which
Hmm.
he has absolutely nothing to offer as far as 147 and 154 is concerned. All roads lead to Al. If he wants to fight at 147 or 154, he got to go through Al, and Al is not going to give him his cash cow and Earl Spence unless he has Bud on the dotted line. And this is the type of talk that I really don't usually give on camera because you tell people stuff like this and they get upset, they start
Right.
hating and things like that. And I'm just like, yo, like
It's the truth. It's the
it's the
truth.
truth. It's really the truth. Like until that's like you know how I explain Grinda. This is the best way I can explain it to someone that don't know the inside of boxing. So if the number one grinder is having dinner at his house, right? Thanksgiving style dinner, everything. That's like you that's like you inviting your neighbor from across the street over to the crib and they get just as much food or if not more food as your family that's in there. That that's just not that's not plausible. You take care of your family first and then whatever's left over as far as the neighbor's concerned, then they can get a little piece of the pie. But that's pretty much how it is. You know what I'm saying? Al's only gonna do so much for Bud until he signs on the dotted line. So You know,
But
that's just what it is. He
but,
has to
but
sign with Al.
yeah, you know what? But you know what, bro? I don't want to talk about it because I think we cover it and everything we do. But see, when it comes down to it, too, if people can talk about Earl Spence, he want to, right?
Hmm.
This got more belts than Bud. Bud, you only got WBO. You
Correct.
don't. The way I feel like this. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Stand to be corrected as an inside man. You are, but I'm talking about common sense, and I'm talking now. I'm telling you, like I'm doing the boxing eye test now.
Hmm.
I'm looking at now. I'm looking for the truth. Now is this: when you had 60 and 40, Bud, you should have took it. But you didn't take it. But see
Right.
you, but see, this is what I'm saying. Now you in a hole right now, so you gotta sign. You gotta sign. Your only thing you gotta sign with PBC. But see, this is the thing about it, like this too. That if you really want to get that back, why you didn't fight Ugas? If you figure you say you the best welter, but why you didn't fight Ugas and get that belt, right? At least you have like a little leverage. But see, now
Yeah.
you didn't want to do. You didn't want to do this, so now you back in the hole, and we don't. He don't want. You don't want to sign, but you want. You don't want to fight like the really top welterweight, like Boots Ennis. Like I said, Boots who? It's like, honey, nobody don't want to fight Boots Ennis and stuff like that.
Nah.
So,
Nah.
so, so, so I'm saying like this, but so to me, the Bud fans and everything, y'all don't have no credibility. Y'all don't have nothing. So like you, I'm glad to because I've been saying it for the longest. He got to sign for Al to get that. Like
Yeah. I
he
mean,
got to.
yeah. I and Bud biggest problem was everybody knew when his contract was running out with Aaron. That was his biggest problem. Because if I'm Al, I'm sitting in Al's shoes. Why am I gonna negotiate a contract with a rival when the person you want me to negotiate a contract with is gonna be a free agent soon? You
Mm,
understand what I'm saying? Like
mm,
it doesn't make any business sense, and a lot of things that be going on in boxing. I think you have to add a business element to your thinking for
mm,
you to completely understand what's going on. So it's like you already got to split. So put yourself in Al's shoes. Like, so you have to split the pot with
mm,
Top Rank if you would have got an Earl Spence, um, Bud Crawford,
mm,
PBC versus Top Rank. So you got to split the pot already, right?
mm,
Then on top of that, let's just say Bud would have took 60-40 or 65-35. So now you only getting 35% when you already done had to split the pot down the middle. And you understand what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's just for Al's sake, why not just wait it out? That was his plan from the jump. Wait it
Mm,
out. At the end of the day, it makes business sense. It make money sense. Then on top of
mm,
that, he controls Ugas too. He controls Ugas too because he just got because PBC is the reason why he got the Manny fight.
mm,
So Ugas can't, even if he wanted to fight Bud, he couldn't because Al wasn't gonna sign off on it.
mm.
All roads lead to Al. Like
Right.
people are. I know people are Spence fans and people are Bud fans and people act like you can't be fans of both. Just whether you a Spence fan or a Bud fan or everybody want to fight. At the end of the day, all roads lead to Al. All roads lead to Al for Bud. If he want to get significant fights for the next 2-3 years, you gotta roll with Al. It's just like where, like you supposed to go somewhere where to work at.
Right, but
You
this
know what I'm
is the
saying?
thing. Right, but this is what I'm saying, brother Jeff. It's like this though, right? And again, I want to go into something because I know you got to get ready for your thing
No,
for you this
I
week.
got I got a good 15-20, so we can
Okay,
bust it
cool.
up.
So,
We can bust it up.
all right. This is what I'm saying. We're gonna go into. I want to go into the fight. The main event this week coming up. This weekend coming up. Bud, dummy. I gotta call him dummy. You signed with Top Rank again. You could have left that the first time. You could have left. You could have left. You could have been a PBC. You could have got. Oh, you could have got all. You could have got them fights right there. But you didn't want to. You signed back with Top Rank, and you dig yourself a bigger hole right now. So when people looking at this, let's be honest here. We look at that belt, WBO ain't nothing. That WBO don't have no weight with it.
Yes, I
With Bud,
mean,
I'm talking about Bud have it now. I'm talking about the leverage. There's no weight.
yeah,
So my thing is, you got he got to sign with PPC. He had to sign if you
yeah,
want
that's
if you want that because
yeah.
the road that you was going through, Bud. You said nah. They gotta come to me. What do you mean come to you? You just got a WBO belt.
Let's, you know what? Let's just, for the people that's Bud fans, right? And I know,
Mm-hmm.
listen, for the record, I'm a Bud fan and I'm a Spence fan. Um, for the record, let's just say,
Am I
you
right?
know, no, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
The thing is, in the lawsuit, like nobody's talking about the lawsuit now, but if you've been with Bob Arum since the existence, you ain't find out that he was racist 2 years ago. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
if you knew that and you re-signed with him, you should lose the case just off of that alone. But I digress. I'm not gonna
No,
go
no,
there.
I just
But
want to bring, I just want to bring it up, and we're gonna drop it right there. I'm just saying, you just saying the same words that I'm just saying, there's no. I go one thing better. You don't have no credibility, but
it's just, I don't even think it's the credibility. It's just the leverage. Like,
you know what I said. I said
he never had leverage like in this situation.
you
And
know why I
but
say you know why I say you don't have the credibility because you double talking now, but like I'm going by what you said, and I feel the same way too. You know that he was racist 2 years. You should shut up.
yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
it's
But
hard to I just I don't know the inside stuff to that situation, but
mhm.
it seemed like it's something else with that we just don't know about. Because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, even if it is true,
Mhm.
like, true versus what you got to prove in a court of law is two different ball games. It's two completely different ball games. Like, it's that is so hard to prove, even if it is true. That and as far as I'm concerned, I don't know Bob Arum personally. I think the only thing he might be racist towards is green, like money, like that's it. That's what
Right,
they in the
yeah.
business of, money. Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I mean, it's like, even if he re-signed with Top Rank, like right now, right? Let's just say right now. Um, let's just say what Top Rank has to offer. So you got Virgil Ortiz. That's an option. Um, let me see who else on the 147 side of things. Possibly Mikey, but he's coming off of a loss. I'm trying to think. Do they have anybody 154?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's slim pickings over there from 147 to 154. Like, it's nothing for him to really take. Josh Taylor coming up in weight. I mean, that's not really going to do much for him. I mean, those really the only two fights that they could really offer him is Virgil Ortiz and Josh Taylor, and he wouldn't get credit for neither victory. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't get no major credit for neither victory because they'd be like, they wasn't ready. They going to say Virgil was too young, and they going to say Josh Taylor was too small. So it's just he has to sign with Al. If he don't sign with Al, then his situation is going to be no, it's probably gonna be worse than like Tim Bradley's before he retired, because he has the same exact contract as Tim Bradley in
Yeah.
terms of guarantees and things like that. So it's the same exact contract. So when it comes down to it, you know, he re-signed with Aaron because it was a certain level of guarantees he was gonna get, and they wouldn't guarantee him the Spence fight even back when he re-signed. So that's what he was focused on. So he went on and re-signed with Top Rank. I just think at the end of the day, he has a real easy decision to make. I'm like, you wanted out of the Top Rank deal. You decided not to sign back with Top Rank because they couldn't get you the big fights. So now all you have to do is sign with the one person that can get you the big fights, and you ain't signed on a dotted line yet. Forget Spence. Forget Spence. He could literally
Right.
Grinda. He can go on a run, right? He can go on a
Mhm.
run where, if he just wanted to build his profile, he could literally be like, you know what? You don't want to give me Spence, right? Give me give me uh give me Thurman, Give me Thurman and give me Ugas. Give me Thurman and Ugas, right? And then if Spence still don't want to fight, I'll go at the 154 and I'll go see Charlo for all the marbles if he still has all the belts. Like, so he can still make big moves with Al, even without Spence, but without Al, he can't make no big moves. None. He can't make
Done.
none. And that's just the bottom line of it. Like, it's just sometimes it's just facts is facts. Like, it is what it is. Like, so if you a Bud fan, you should want for him to sign with PBC so he can go get at least some of the big fights.
Right.
At least
I
some
mean,
of them.
I mean, be on pay for something.
Right.
Some. I mean, some that like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know, we can pay per view fight. We watching like if it's like $65. I'm just saying like, yeah, you looking like, yeah, okay, bud. I pay that to you fight, son, but I can't, bro. I'm talking about right now. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's just now. Don't get me wrong. Now I don't like what PBC's doing right now, putting everything
Oh
on
no,
pay
I
per
don't
view.
either. I don't
I can't
either.
stand it. But I mean, it's like Bud. If he signs with Al, there's about a good 6 fights he can do, and they will be
Easily.
completely pay per view worthy, and he could really go like on a major run. But it's up to him what he wants to do, and it's kind of just I guess it kind of goes back to the double talking thing he was talking about earlier because it was like, okay, you didn't want to stay with Top Rank for obvious reasons. Okay, cool. You can't sign with Eddie because he don't offer you nothing. Can't sign with Oscar because he don't have nothing to offer you. Who else is there? Like seriously, like I like boxing is a secret society when it comes down to promoters.
Right.
Like is Al, is Bob, is Oscar, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn. That's it. Everybody else are underbosses.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is underbosses, and we've seen the who's who of people try to come into the sport of boxing, and it never works. Jay-Z tried it, didn't work.
Then we're
50 Cent tried it, didn't work. Um, Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, he tried it, and I'm talking about from a promotional standpoint.
right, right.
From a promotional standpoint, Rick Ross tried it, didn't work, and he told me that personally out of his own mouth, off camera. You understand what I'm saying? Jay Prince, he tried to do a promotional thing, didn't work. Like it's literally a secret society. So I'm like, it's either you gonna play ball or go find another profession with these dudes. And that's the same thing with Al. Like, I mean, Bud Bud needs to sign. The longer he waits on signing with Al, the lesser the offer is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Like he need to sign like now while it's hot because he probably can get a guarantee that's probably something crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think it's gonna get done though. I think it's
Yeah.
gonna get done before the. I think it's gonna get done before the summertime. I think once they get this lawsuit out the way, settle that however they're gonna settle it. I think he's probably gonna sign with Al. I would say probably before June. I would say he's gonna sign before June, and if Spence gets past his Ugas fight, I'm thinking maybe September, October. If it's meant to happen, that fight happens in September or October. If Bud signs and do what he have to do, at the end of the day. So they can't. The thing is, they can't marinate this. They can't marinate this fight.
No, they can't.
Spence with the eye injury. You don't know what's gonna happen with that. Bud is 33. Spence is what 29, 30, 29, 30,
Yeah, I think
something
going
like
on
that.
30, I think.
Yeah, going on 30. Like so. I mean, they're not. You don't want an Amir Khan, Kell Brooks situation where these guys is like washed up and past their prime, and then they just want to put the fight on because there's a good amount of money involved. Like, we don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So the Bud fan, I think the Bud fans have to, they have to come down to reality, and then the Spence fans have to admit that Spence he really don't talk about Bud the way he's talked about other fighters in the past in terms of getting in the ring with him. So it seemed like his willingness to fight is a little less than other guys. Like if you'd have mentioned Keith Thurman to
Yeah.
Spence maybe 5 years ago, he'd have been like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I'm gonna tear his head off." You've never seen him talk like that in regards to Bud. So
No.
it's some truths on both ends, but I hopefully they'll get it done, man. Hopefully
Yeah.
they'll get it done.
Also, okay. Let's get into the main event this week and the undercards. So think about it.
So we talking about so we are talking about Makabu, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Makabu, this fight was actually like a mandatory for him that got pushed back. And Makabu is just one of them power guys, man. Like it's real simple with him. It's either he gonna land his shot. If he land his shot, is it's pretty good chance it's gonna be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
if he don't, he gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I think it's gonna be a solid fight. It's gonna be a solid fight. Undercard. Who's on the undercard? Who is on the undercard? Who's on the undercard in that fight? See, now I gotta look it up, bro.
I'm trying to find it earlier. I couldn't find it.
Hold on. I got you. Hold on. I'm a little embarrassed that I don't know this. And the reason why is because February 5th is the real date that it's gonna be really cooking. It's like 20 fights on February 5th. Um, so we got um oh yeah, the Trevor Bryan fights too. Don King's fighter. He fights too against Jonathan Guidry. But the thing is, with any Don King fight, you don't know if it's gonna happen.
You
Like
don't, yeah.
you don't know if the fight gonna happen until like after the weigh-in. Like you got to see the
Right.
weigh-in happen first, and then see if that
Yeah.
happens. I'm trying to think who else fight. I think Top Rank got a card too. Um, yeah, they got a card too. Nico Walsh is fighting. Jeremiah Wilton's fighting. Milton's fighting. Uh, Xavier Martinez and the guy that beat Oscar Valdez who got robbed on the cards.
Mm-hmm.
They fighting too on Saturday. So we got a good amount of solid fights. And on top of that, what's today? Tuesday? Sergio Martinez fights Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah, he fights in
now
Spain. Fights in Spain.
Spain. Right, right, right. I did see. Now I did see that this morning. Now I want to invite you vlog and everything because I want to have a special underrated box talk. I want us to break down the 20 fights.
Oh, you talking about for February 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, February 5th is probably gonna be I think it was a car I think it was a day like that last year when it was like I think everybody had a card. Matter of fact, you know what? It was the Bud and Porter date.
For the fight. Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was that date. It was fights all throughout the day, from the morning
Yeah.
to the evening. Like,
Every network from morning to late night. Yeah.
yeah, and you know what else? Uh, when Gabe Rosado fought Munguia that day, it was a bunch of fights too. So February 5th is going to be absolutely crazy. You got Thurman Barrios pay-per-view. You got Quadras versus Rungvisai. You got that fight. You got who else? Eubank and Liam Williams. That's a good fight.
Ooh,
That whole card. Yeah, it's stacked, bro. It's stacked on
yeah, I want to
February
talk.
5th,
Yeah, I
man.
want to talk about. I want to talk about. Maybe even if it's not February 5th, maybe get it on like that Friday. I was thinking about
Yeah.
do a nightcap. I'm thinking about
Yeah,
doing.
that'll be smart actually. Get the nightcap going and that'll get everybody involved, man. Because
Yeah, I
people
want
gonna
to do
get
a
hyped.
spell. Yeah, I want to do a nightcap. Like maybe like I'm definitely gonna send you a vlog and everything. I want a kind of like a full panel, and we gonna break down this fight. So I'm looking like maybe that Friday do a nightcap, maybe like prime to like 9 o'clock, 9:30. I
Yeah,
reach
yeah,
out
yeah,
to
yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Like
We gotta
definitely
break
we could
these
do
fights
that.
down. Yeah, so I want to break down the 20 fights, and and go into it and everything, and
Whoever.
and go on these fights and everything. What's to look for and everything. And I want to do that. I want to set that up. I really do. You know
And
what
you
I'm
know the
saying? That's gonna
thing,
be a special.
yeah, that's a good idea. And the thing is crazy. You get very few people that's actually breaking down the X's and O's of a fight anyway. You know what I mean? Everybody be talking about rumors and all this other nonsense, and it's
Now I
like,
don't want to hear
oh,
the
that's cool.
rumors.
I be like, yo, like,
No.
what does fighter A have to do to beat fighter B? Like
Right, exactly. That's what I want. I want the mind. That's what I want that night. I don't want to hear no rumor. Any rumors? I'm letting you know right now in the chat. If I see any rumors, I'm Xing you out.
yeah,
Ain't
for
no right
sure.
now. Ain't gonna be no rumors. No, we don't want to hear no
Yeah,
rumors.
when we go, yeah, we go into breaking down the fight mode. Is just if you ain't talking technical stuff, man,
Nah, I don't. No, no,
just
no.
stay, just sit back and listen, and just get get educated. For sure. Like, because
Right? Yeah.
that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different type of show, different type of vibe. There's so many people. You can be a fan of the sport and not know anything about the X's and O's of inside of the ring. Like, what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when to pivot, when to throw a double jab, triple jab, what do you do to close the gap? You know, what's your range? Are you good mid range? Are you good long range? Is it better for
Yeah,
you to be
how you how
close?
you how you set up your defense for your offense?
Right.
What's your foot? What's your foot? You know what I'm saying? How you 3/4 corner that fighter so you could throw the left, or how you change the speed of your punches? How you
Yeah.
throw the 3/4 stuff like that.
Can
That's what
you
I want.
change? Yeah, can you change the speed of your punches? Like, it's just a lot of
Hmm.
guys throw at the same speed all day long, and it's like the most effective guys is the ones that can change speeds, change angles, things like that.
And short punch, and a lot of people don't understand this as you ought to know. Now, short punch in the corner is good. But how you fight in the trenches in the middle of the ring of short, sharp punches? How you read the position? How he shift?
Right.
Very important.
Right.
Are you know what foot he gonna ship at southpaw? How you counter? That's what you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, I mean, even if you break down like let's just say a Spence and Ugas, there's plenty of things Ugas can do to give himself a chance to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to him though. Like,
Hmm.
can he do those things? I mean, it's because
Hmm.
you can make the argument. I'm like, can he land something on Spence that get Spence thinking? Like, that's why Spence hasn't lost yet. Because I'm like, nobody's giving Spence a reason to think before he punch. So
Yeah.
he just goes in there and just he stick this typical Spence, like jab, 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 give you the body
Hmm.
shot, give you the hooks, and he's a master at keeping things at his distance where he's comfortable. The one time he was made uncomfortable, he was in a life and death fight, and that was against Sean.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it took him probably 8 rounds to figure out the distance,
Hmm.
but it took Bud around the same amount of time though. Sean is just a hard guy to he's
Yeah.
just a hard guy to prepare for, but those are X's and O's that people don't really pay attention to. So I mean, you take the shot that Bud got the knockdown on against Porter. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. I mean, he didn't take a half step back. He took a full step back. Then on top of that, he moved a little bit to his right. He moved a little bit to his right, basically around the same time. And then the
Hmm.
way he threw the uppercut, Sean just ran right into it. Sean ran right into it because he already had his move predetermined. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Where
Yeah.
Bud, he was reacting off of what Sean Porter was doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's the type of talk I like to get into. Because it ain't many people that's gonna be able to talk that talk with you. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell who know they stuff and who capping. You can tell real quick. You can
Yeah.
tell real quick. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah.
For
I'm gonna
sure.
set it. Because he says February 5th. That's on a Saturday. So I'm looking at Friday night. I'm looking at fight between 9 o'clock, 9:30. I'm gonna promote it throughout the channel, like whatever lives I do. I'm gonna definitely gonna promote it real heavy on here. And I'm gonna ask brothers that men that that know about us, and we gonna break down these 20 fights, and we
Yeah,
gonna
Bruce
talk about exit. Oh yeah, definitely gonna
Bruce
get Bruce
goes
in there.
Bruce goes is another one that
Yeah, yeah.
talk that. And the thing that's funny, Bruce be on the channel. He be on the channel like he still dip in, but he got his own now.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
like he was one, you know, we had to talk some technical stuff, man. I'm hitting him like, bro, you gotta jump on this one. So it's like, not that this is gonna be one of them joints. It's not for everybody. It's not for
It's
everybody,
not.
man.
It's
It's
not.
not
No,
for
I'm gonna hand
everybody.
pick him. I'm gonna hand pick him. It's gonna be you vlog. If it's Shane that wants to get on,
Yeah,
he more than welcome to come. I'm gonna get Bruce, and then I'm gonna get Clarence,
yeah.
and
It's
maybe I'm trying to get Derek. I don't know because he works, so I'm trying to get him, and that's about it. Me,
yeah, and
that's it.
it's yeah, and it's listen. If you in the comment section, man, if you bringing something to the table, throw it
Yeah,
in the comment
exactly. Yeah,
section, man.
yeah,
Like, but
yeah.
we talking technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't talking about when Bud gonna fight next, all that other yada yada.
Mm-mm.
We ain't talking about none of that. We
All
talking
about the
about
X's and O's.
yeah, because I'm like actually Eubank and Liam Williams. That's a great strategy fight. Because I'm like Liam
Mm-hmm.
Williams gave Andre a lot to think about. Even though Andre won 9 out of the 12 rounds and got a knockdown in the fight, but he made that fight very difficult for him because he made him work the whole
Yeah.
12 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And Eubank been working with Roy Jones for the past year and some change. So I'm kind of curious to see how much smarter Eubank has gotten. Because if you're smart, you should be able to beat Liam Williams 8-4, 9-3, 10-2. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're not smart, and you're fighting him toe to toe,
Mm-hmm.
you not going to the club after the fight. I tell you that much. Like you're
No.
not going to the club after the fight. Like Liam Williams is just one of them. He one of them dudes. His pressure is crazy, but his offense is still like not that good. Like he's
No.
just like pressure, 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 but
Right.
like actually like landing a lot of shots. He just don't. So I'm kind of curious to see what he's learned from Roy, how he and you can learn a lot from somebody, but you just don't apply it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that's
true.
like you
Right.
having an OG. That's like you having an OG. You can listen to your OG all day, but when it comes time to apply what your OG told you, if you don't apply it, then you know what I mean? Like what was the point?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, we got a lot to we got a lot to discuss for
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna
featherweight
do.
too.
Like I said that I don't know. I'm gonna go again tonight, but I don't know. But if not, it'll be tomorrow. I'm gonna
Well,
promote
I mean,
this.
if you're going on again tonight, send me the link. So when I'll probably be on my joint for maybe like an hour and a half,
Now, if
and
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
be
pretty
on
much
this,
free
if
after
I'm gonna
that.
get back on, it's gonna be like maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock.
No, that's cool. Send me the link. Send me the link. I mean, I'll jump on late night. Um, whatever you want to talk about, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right.
Yeah, send me the link, man. I'm gonna get up out of here though. I'm just
All
go ahead
right.
and
Make your
set up.
last. Yeah. Make your last remarks, please. Thank you.
Hey man, listen. I need for y'all to support the number one grinder. Like that's off top. That's family from the rip. You know what I'm saying? He give it to you just the way you like it all day long. It's not many that I listen to personally. He's in my top like 7 or 8 that I
Okay.
listen to on a regular basis, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you need to get your boxing learning on and just a community where you can get your opinion off and not feel like you're gonna get blocked or criticize heavy or anything like that. But just just bunch of solid dudes to just keep it real, man. Like number one grinder is where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, down the line I'll just be on here more often, man. But hey, I'm G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. Hopefully I'll be back on with Grinder either tonight or this week. And
That
boxing
fact,
is it.
I'm gonna tell you this. That I'm going to talk you offline maybe tomorrow because I am on OG. I mean IG, and I did two already. I want to bring the boxing fans in
I
there.
got you. I got you.
And I'm
Yeah,
trying to trying to go about how I go about doing that. I am gonna talk to community stuff, yo. Yes, I am, but I want to have that. I definitely want to have that.
I think me, you, and Clarence probably need to have that conversation because I was talking to him. I don't know if he told you, but we was talking off camera about a week ago, and
Hmm.
it was really about the direction I felt like he should go, in terms of what he's doing. I think that'd be a good conversation for all of us to have because I think what he's doing, I think it'll directly apply to the both of us and what we bring to the table as well. As
Okay.
far as this being boxing outlets, but he has a specific niche, and you know what I'm talking about. So, I feel like that'll be important because it's bigger than just the professionals. You got the amateurs, these kids gonna come up and things like that, and they need a platform. They need a platform. They need people they could talk to. Just to you know, like there's not too many platforms where guys can go to before they become a household name and they can actually learn how to interview, learn how to talk on interviews, learn how to interact with the fans and things like that. And the younger these guys have the opportunity to do it, the better off they'll be if they reach that level.
Let me ask
You
you
know
a
what I'm
question.
saying?
Do you know the name that Pierre Burina?
Pierre, not off the top of my head. Not
It's
off the top of
P.
my head.
Not on top of my head, cause let me. I'm gonna say one last thing, then say one last thing. I'm gonna let you go. Let me see. He works at professional boxing study at UQAM University of Quebec, Montreal. I think he's an announcer. I think. Hold on. Let me show you the picture.
I don't know him off the top of my head. Give me the last name again. I'll
It,
look
it,
him up
wa-
real quick.
it's PA. Let me spell it out. It's
Hmm.
BERNIER. PA. Burning.
It does look like he's an announcer. Um,
It does, right.
yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I would. To be honest with you, I would just reach out to him.
Yeah, he just reached out to me. He just made me as a Facebook friend.
Oh yeah, well, reach out to him, and because obviously if he reached out to you, he obviously know you got a channel,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that might be a good that might be a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Because
if
you
I can
don't
get
know.
him on and do a chop up, I could get his
Yeah,
ear and get out.
you don't know who he know.
And
You know what I'm saying?
right, exactly. And you
Right.
know, it's another person that reached out to me to became Facebook friend. I try to read it, but it's hard to get. Is Vinny Pazienza? He's engaged.
Oh yeah, that's another person you can get on too. Like
I try, but you don't want to keep on pushing. You know what I mean?
I mean, you just put it. I mean, listen, like you just put it out there and just be like, yo,
Hmm.
whenever you ready, hit me up, and just
Yeah.
leave it there. Like you know what I mean. If they hit you up, they
Hmm.
hit you up. If not, but Grinda, if you get to where you want to be anyway, they gonna hit you up anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They gonna
because
hit
this
you
was
up
on the
anyway.
humble.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I be having so many people hit me up off camera, like that I can't get to because I'm so busy. That
Mhm.
is you be amazed. Like you be amazed, like is this, you be like, all right, I'm such and such, and then as soon as they look you up, it's like, oh, okay, I see you moving. Like, all right, let's do something. That's how it's gonna be.
And then
Like, you
there
know what I'm
was
saying?
another. There was another person that reached out to me. He became a Facebook friend. He into boxing too. And
Yeah,
he said to keep him posted. He said because he said he's off. He said he can come on nights and talk about boxing even on the weekends. Cause see what I'm thinking about right
hmm
tonight, thinking about instead of do something about community,
hmm
I'm thinking about doing another right boxing live,
yeah,
and maybe I can get him on. Then I
yeah,
might get some more brothers on,
yeah,
tonight, and then we can keep this going. That's what I'm thinking
absolutely.
tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's if that's the route you want to go, absolutely. Because I mean, it's the thing about the late night talks is this: it's not a lot of competition. You know what I'm saying? There ain't a lot of people on the late night, so you can get you can get they actually be the best shows, the ones that be on the late night. You know what I mean? Because the
Hmm.
ones that's actually in there with you, they in there with you because they really want to be there. Like when you on in the afternoon, early evening, and all that, you might get somebody that's just be trying to breeze through real quick. But them late night joints, that's really when you get the hardcores. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
nah, keep me posted, man. If that's what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
doing,
that
that's
fight,
what we
yeah,
doing.
yeah. I'm on. If it is, it's gonna be. I said 9:30. I gotta eat. I said between like 10 o'clock, 10:30. I seen
That's
you the
cool.
link. I seen you
Nah,
the
that's
link.
cool. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, shoot me the link. I'll jump on. Ain't no problem.
Yeah, I told we could talk
Problem
about
at all.
boxing again because
Absolutely.
because we didn't really get into the undercards of this weekend too, and
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely wanted to and I definitely want to touch on the Barrios and
Thurman. Thurman.
Thurman. I want to touch on that.
And
I
he's
do
not
want to
that
touch.
big of a favorite neither from a betting standpoint. He's not
He's
that big of
not
a
right.
favorite, which
Hmm.
is a little alarming to me.
It is, yeah.
It's very alarming, actually. I mean, you got a guy coming off of a knockout loss to a smaller fighter, and he's
Hmm.
going up to welterweight to, and regardless of how long it's been since Keith Thurman's gotten a knockout, he has knocked down or hurt every single person he's ever been in the ring with throughout his career. Like that can't be disputed. So he's one of the harder punchers at 147. So for that to be the case, and Keith is only a minus 165, 170, that's not far from being a 50-50. So I thought that was very interesting,
Hmm.
extremely interesting. But you got to look at the X's and O's and find out why the betting public is looking at it that way, because I don't think Barrios has a chance in God's green of winning that fight, but that's just me.
Yeah, but
But
you know
I
what?
you
I
know
would say this though before you get
hmm
out of here that
hmm
what I'm a little concerned of it, we got to understand this though too that
hmm
he haven't laced up in a long time too, just as
that's
Russell.
true. That's true.
So I'm a little concerned of that too.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, it's always, ring rust is always a problem. um the thing is with Thurman though, if he's gonna get Barrios out of there, it's gonna be in the back half of the fight anyway. So as long as he gets his groove by maybe round 4,
And
he
he's a
should be
vet.
fine.
He's
Yeah,
a
he
vet too.
he should be fine.
Yeah,
He should be
that's true.
cool.
I agree on that.
Against a guy like Barrios, he should be cool. He should be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Hmm.
um Barrios is not a guy that's gonna put ultimate pressure on him. He's gonna be nervous too because he's coming up in weight. He just felt all that power from Tank. So it's just,
Yeah.
so he's like Barrios is gonna give Keith Thurman enough opportunities to get himself into a rhythm. I feel like once Keith Thurman gets into a rhythm, then there's certain things he can do technically to make that fight extremely
I really
easy.
you know what I think,
Hmm
and I think you made a valid point. Go more. I think that when Thurman get his sweat on and he starts studying and then and I think when the veteran I'm talking about when the veteran thing kicks in
hmm
and I'm talking about his craft kicked in.
hmm
I feel after that ain't gonna be no problems. But I
Yeah,
said with Barrios, what he has to do, he has to have a strong jab. He got to shoot that strong jab, Germ Thurman face, and let him know that I'm here. If I mean like this, if he just like
yeah,
no, you
yeah.
can't not do this with
I,
Thurman. Thurman gonna go do that. So I'm saying he got to go to the body. I mean, he got strategically. He got to outthink Thurman.
yeah, and the thing is, that's the problem. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I
Thurman,
just
Thurman is one of the smartest
yeah, he is. But that's
fighters.
what I'm saying. Right. That's
Yeah,
what I
he's
want.
gonna.
Hope Various would do. But
Yeah, Barrios is gonna have to. Barrios is simply just gonna have to outwork Thurman and avoid the money shot. Like he's gonna have to switch it up. He's going to do some things that like he didn't show me in the Tank fight. I felt like Tank gave away rounds because he just wasn't busy.
right,
Like, but the ones that Tank won, he won them clearly. So there's different ways of win around. I'm like, you can actually be doing your thing, or you can be the lesser of two evils and you won around. Like, you know what I mean? So
right.
just because you won around don't mean you did your thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just I think that's a really good fight to break down. I the thing is, like Barrios he wasn't a huge 140 to me. He's just tall. He wasn't a
Right.
huge 140. So for him to go from 140 to 147, he couldn't, take Tank's power. I mean, he took Tank's power to a certain extent, but ultimately he got him up out of there. I just I just don't see how he lasts 12. I don't see it. If Barrios lasts 12 rounds with Keith Thurman got to reevaluate some things.
Yeah.
Because the old Keith Thurman would not let a dude like Barrios last 9 rounds with him.
No.
Not the Keith Thurman that I know. Not the Keith Thurman I
Right.
know. Like,
Okay.
yeah. You
All
know,
right, I got you. So if I'm gonna do it tonight, I says I feel good. I said about maybe 65-70% I'm feeling right now.
hey
Then
man,
I
listen,
might do it.
hey man, if you if it's tonight or tomorrow or whatever the case may be, man, keep
All
me
right.
posted.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
ain't busy, I'm on. I'm on,
Okay,
no doubt.
got you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, bro.
Hey man, listen, number one grinder, man. If you are not subscribed to the number one grinder, definitely go subscribe to him, man. Get on the social media, all of that good
Thank you.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just some people you just need to be, you need to be in tune with. Number one grinder is one of them dudes, man. So make sure y'all do that.
And thank you. And also, I want you to go subscribe to my brother right here. He could break down boxing. And also, he talks about other things too. He do,
Absolutely.
yes, he do. He talks about it. He break things down. But I know people hear about boxing and stuff like that. But but I'm telling y'all, if y'all want the real about boxing, you want the inside, or you want the technique. I'm talking about he breaks it down. I'm talking about he don't take the sheet or the phone like this and just read it. It comes from up here, and he
Yeah,
has it right here. He
I
breaks
appreciate
it
it.
down, and he got the other men. I'm telling y'all, y'all be. I'm telling you, go this time. Y'all will be in a treat. You're not going to hear it nowhere else. I'm telling y'all from personal experience. You're not
Appreciate
going to hear
that.
it nowhere. They break it down. They can tell you fight. It's like, oh yeah, such that motherfucker gonna beat him. Come to find out, he not beat him.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah, for
guys. So
sure.
that's what I'm saying. You gotta know the ounces about it. You gotta know the ins and outs about it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely, and
in,
that's why
because
we
in,
here.
yeah, in
That's why we
boxing,
here.
anything can happen in boxing.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I understand
That's a
that. But
fact.
thank you. I appreciate
Hey
you. But
man,
I
I
will.
appreciate you, man.
All
But
right.
yeah, hit me up later on, man, so we can
Yeah, I
rap, man,
said
for
about
sure.
60. I said about 65 and 70%. I
Even
feel
if
it
it's
right
not
now.
that, hit me up. Even if it's
Got
not
you.
that, hit me up.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you up.
All right, bro.
All right.
All right, bro.
Peace. Yeah, that was brother Jeff TV. He gonna end up doing his podcast right now. I want you to go. Or matter of fact, what I'm gonna do before I get off and everything, I ain't gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push. Let me see. Shoot. I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna send the link out. hmm before I get off here. Okay. I'm glad that the ones that I stayed, uh, and in the clouds and everything, and the ones in the channel. Thank you so much. Watch out. I'll be do something with Lady Love. Most likely this week she was in the channel. She was in the chat. So watch out for that. And everything. This is his channel right in the chat and everything. I want you to go check him out and everything. He should be setting up his podcast right now. So let me get this off here. I'm glad this is the last of the underrated boxing talk number 59. Most likely it might be 60 tonight. Might. But if I'm going on, it'll be like between 10 o'clock and 10:30. Because I might have to get some rest and everything. About another, I said about another almost hour and a half, I'm gonna go through spiritual counsel and stuff like that. But don't worry, but if you're gonna see it, it's gonna be between 10 o'clock and 10 o'clock and 10:30. I'm gonna invite him back and then gonna invite some more people, and you'd be surprised. So the number one grind. Gonna try and do it up right for y'all and everything. I'm most likely I'm thinking about starting up the underrated evening talk. I'm thinking about doing that. I already do the late night and all like that. Excuse me, but I'm thinking about doing the evening talk too. So that's gonna be like sometime. If it ain't gonna be this month, it'll be definitely sometime next month. And like I told you, I'm gonna bring the sports thing too. That's gonna be in time. So I got some stuff for y'all, and don't worry about the Underrated Darkness channel. We'll be back, so that's gonna take a little time and stuff like that. Gotta it's a lot, get to. So I'm gonna get that going too. But so far, but right now, I'm gonna get some things going and stuff. So watch out. I'm gonna bring something. Everything. I'm gonna bring something. But like I said, number 60 of Underrated Box Talk might happen tonight. I said between 65 and 70%. It depends. Let me see how I feel a little bit and everything. Okay. So thank y'all. I appreciate that. Oh, let me mention this. Wherever you travel to your destination or home, by yourself, your family member, friends, association, etc. Wherever you travel again to your destination or home, make sure take extra safety precaution out there, because out there the climate is crazy and we don't want nothing happen to you. So take extra safety precautions to protect yourselves. Okay? You owe that to yourselves, all right? So on behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder real talk, yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. The best of the business. I've been putting it down for a long time. Like I said, on my main channel, The Underrated Darkness will be back very soon. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little time. But, I want y'all to support. I want you to put some on that channel too. Put some on that channel too, and put some on here too. All right? And brother G5, his channel is in the chat. He should be on any minute right now with him. Boston First Blog, and the brother Shane. I put the brother Shane from London. Go and check them out. They be breaking things down. They are definitely official. And like I said, number 60, never know. Number 60 might be happening tonight. All right. Never Underrated Box Talk. Number 60 might be happening tonight. So thank y'all so much on behalf of my channel. Thank y'all so much for supporting. Let's get the sub counts up and everything. Please, please support. That'd be greatly appreciated. Anybody that wants to donate, my cash app is $JT 53000. Again, $JT 53000. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you're new, hit the bell, so wherever I come, you get it first. Hit the like button. My other stuff, that I do on the number one grinder, Real Talk, my secondary channel. Also, hit them likes on my Underrated Darkness channel too. So let's get them up, all right? Let's get them up. So this one is Ghost for now. Thank you. This is the last of the Underrated Dark. I'm sorry. The number one grind. The Underrated Boxing Talk, number 59. This one is Ghost. And number 60 might be tonight. Might be tonight. Never know. But thank y'all so much. Very much appreciated. This one is Ghost. Be good to each other. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed.